Hey everyone, so here's a quick recap of what we've actually done over the year. We have a team called F Create. Internally, they actually put together a lot of information in terms of what is happening in the market or in the industry currently. So here is a quick predictions, some insights, some of the things that we actually see. And I also want to ask you guys, what is your prediction for the year? Not all predictions may be true, but I think it's a prediction that you can actually make and sort of say, hey, this is something that we sort of believe in, or this is sort of something that we see as that's something that's coming up. So if you have an update on something like that, do share, comment, write it down below in the comments below. Let's keep that as a suggestion, and then see a year down the line, or 6 months down the line, or 3 months down the line, as to see how these predictions have actually come true. Okay, without further ado, let's kick in. Okay, one of the first things I think we want to sort of discuss today is about deepfakes, right? I think deepfakes are becoming more and more prominent in all lives of ours as artificial intelligence sort of gets into a much more aggressive mode, or I would say accelerated mode of growth or hyper growth. These deepfakes are actually causing a lot of problems for all of us, actually, including voice manipulation, photo manipulation, video manipulation, and so on. Our threat expert, Laura Kankala, has actually also put out a prediction and saying that deepfakes will actually get bigger and bigger this year. And this is something that we should all be aware of. This is something that we should take care. You might get a phone call pretending that somebody is your family member. And the most important thing is, I think, if you remember that a family member is calling you, you can always say, hey, I can call you back, or I can actually return that call to that person. Okay, moving forward, the second thing is, one of the most important things that we actually see is GDPR. From a European company point of view, and from a GDPR perspective, we are one of the strongest companies in the world, which is actually following a stringent GDPR. And I think recently you've seen a court case that was actually won, wherein they said that there is a right to be forgotten. One of the top companies now has actually said that you can actually have your data deleted and stuff like that. So Mina, who's part of our data protection and the legal team, has actually said that this is something that we should all take care of when you put information out there, and when you actually do a lot more things online as well. Moving to the next one, I think Bard, ChatGPT, there's a lot of large language learning models that are actually getting content from all over the world. They are actually learning from the content that's actually out there. So how do you sort of take that content and actually regulate that? So I think we're going to see a lot more cases that's coming up from the perspective that content which has actually been created by a lot of these companies and which the large language models are using will actually be challenged. I think New York Times recently challenged one of the companies and said, hey, this is something that we need to discuss. You cannot freely take our content and use that and make that your own content. That's another one. Going forward, scams are going to get more and more complicated. There's a few of our threat analysts like Joel Lato, who's actually put and said that he calls it sports-based or content that are actually interesting for people. That means if you're a sports fan, you'll start to see that Adidas or Nike or one of the other companies will actually put out ads there. But are they Adidas? Are they Nike? Are they Puma? Are they Asics or something else? So that's another thing that's happening out there. So this is something that we should be extremely careful about when clicking on links, particularly when you don't know what the links are. Always validate your links. Use a software, AV software that is out there that actually helps you moderate some of these links as well. So always check before you share your credit card information, personal banking information, and things like that. Of course, the leader in our threat analyst is Mikko Hyppinen. He continues to share his deep insight within the cybersecurity community, and I think his prediction is AI will be bigger than the internet. This is something to watch out for, and to sort of see how this is going to shape up our futures. Google just announced 30,000 layoffs and said AI is going to replace some of those jobs. So we have an interesting landscape of AI changing not just the internet landscape, but all of our landscapes as well, whether it's work, the way we do things, our day-to-day life, and things like that. Moving forward, a lot of us love to travel, right? One of our threat research analysts has actually put out data on specifically companies that are targeting and giving out deals that are too good to be true. Say, for example, you are on booking.com or one of the other travel sites, you'll probably get phishing sites that pretend to be this amazing deal that you can actually book. So if you sort of click on those links, and if it's small amounts to you, but when you actually take those scams to a multitude of people, then those scams actually add up to a lot of money as well. And I think that is something that will become even more prominent. Coming back to Malaysia, we have a threat research team here in Malaysia. One of our research analysts, Ikhan, he's sort of predicted that small businesses are also under attack. That means every small business needs to protect their data. They need to sort of manage and maintain some level of security within their ecosystem as well. This is a bigger threat because it was not just the large corporations, but even the smaller corporations do have a bigger threat from these corporations as well. Moving forward, security is very important for all of us. It's not just us, but as a community, work with your local governments, encourage people to use some sort of a security software, anything that actually helps you as an individual or your family member or as a community as a whole. I think it's not just F-Secure, but as a community as a whole, wherein we invite all partners. I think F-Create is a great example of how we are streamlining and putting out that data for our partners. I think I encourage you guys to share these things. If you've been hacked or scammed, please share that kind of data with the outside threat research report companies as well, so that they can actually build on that database and actually improve the offering. I think that's it from me. I think this is a quick recap, as well as wishing everyone a happy new year, and I hope you guys have a wonderful new year celebrations this week, and stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.